Conversation skills are very important for a sales profile. Let's look at the 10 habits which you should follow when you are conversing in person with the prospect. First, show your genuine interest in client and the business issues which they are facing. So as a salesperson, it's very important to understand what are the challenges being faced by the particular business. And also whenever you're conversing in person with the prospect, you should understand the challenges which they are facing and how your product and solution can address that. At the same time, you should be interested in the conversation, you should not deviate from what the customer is trying to convey to you, and you should focus like how you can provide a customized and a personalized solution which can add value to the customer. Number two, ask questions and get to know your client. So whenever you are engaging with your customer, always ask them questions regarding the processes which they are following, whatever the solutions they are using, or any specific products they are using, and maybe ask them if they're using any of the competition product. So it will help you to understand like how you can differentiate your product from them, and also it will help you to know about the customer specific requirements so that you can provide them with a tailor-made solution or a product. Number three, provide examples and success stories to your clients. It's always very good when you share your case studies and successful case studies with your customers. And also you can help the customers with the examples which you have done for any of your successful clients. You can always share the testimonials and the specific scenarios which your client might be looking for. It will help you to build a trust and also loyalty, and also represent a good brand value in the market. Number four, keep your comments brief and allow customer to talk and take time to process your pitch. Whenever you are connecting with any of the prospects, it can be over a call or maybe over a phone call or a video call, right? It's very important whenever you are communicating about your process, or let's say about your product or a solution to your customer. So always allow customer to speak and listen carefully. It's very important that you also develop good listening skills whenever you are interacting with your customer, because customer might be coming across your product or a solution for the very first time, and he might have a lot of queries. So it's very important that you allow them to speak and help them understand in much simpler and a brief manner, so that you keep it short and simple rather than explaining them in large paragraphs or taking large amount of time to explain a particular process or a solution. Number five, use the word and rather than but to keep your conversation or responses positive. Whenever you are engaging with your customers, it's very important that you create or you keep the entire conversation in a positive manner rather than getting into an argument or taking it towards the negative side, because there might be many questions or queries being asked by the customers, or you might feel a lot of objections are being addressed, right? So as a salesperson, you need to make it as an opportunity and take it in a positive manner rather than just portraying them like why you are best and why you are successful. It's always good to help them understand and use simpler words, and also make it like a not an argument but rather than a quick and a simple explanation. Number six, allow some silence during the conversation rather than just pushing the talk. As a salesperson, whenever you are interacting with your customers, it's okay to have a silent moment where the customer can process and you can also process the conversation whatever is happening. And it's very important that you are not overlapping each other whenever you are trying to speak or your customer is trying to speak. So you should be patient enough to let the other customer speak, and also understand before responding, because first, like I mentioned in the previous point, listening is very important, And also you should process the query or the objection first before directly rushing or jumping into the answer which you want to give to your customer. Number 7, understand and mirror the client body language and the language patterns to make a subconscious connect. Whenever you are engaging with your potential customer, it's very important that you understand the patterns in which the customer is engaging. So especially this will help you to have a good conversation with them, because you might be expecting that what customer might come up with. So especially this will help you when you are handling the objections, or especially whenever you are in the later stages, which are the like closure stages or the negotiation stages. So this will help you to understand like how the customer will come up. Like let's say you might be dealing with customers across various regions. Like let's say if I take an example of India, there are customers from different cities, and everybody has a different set of understanding and patterns whenever they deal with their clients. So it's very important to understand that and connect with the prospect accordingly. Number 8, use compliments to build rapport. Whenever you try to engage with your customer, it's always important that you do bit of your own research. It can be through the customer's website or any platforms. So you can always tell them, like whenever you let's say visit their website and you find out certain activities like say CSR activities which they might be doing, or let's say any award which they have got recently, or let's say any specific thing like any marketing activities they are doing, and further like if they have got any specific rewards. So it's always important to compliment your customers, so that it will help you to build a good rapport with the customer, and probably as an individual as well. So you can always look at the individual profiles, say over a LinkedIn, and can go through and congratulate them about their success stories and any recognitions they have achieved. So it will always help you to start on a positive note and build a good rapport. Keep your tone pleasant and energetic. Whenever you are speaking to a particular customer, it's very important in which tone you are trying to communicate the things. It is very important whenever you speak to a particular customer that you are aware of your tone, because many people doesn't know you and you might be reaching out to them for the first time. So it's always important to create an initial impression with your tone and the verbiage which you are using during the conversation, right? So make sure you are using very simple and soothing words, and greet them, and also help them and thank them for their time whenever they are engaging with you. So and also at the same time you should be energetic about whatever you are pitching to your customer. It can be about your solution and the product which you want to sell to the particular customer, right? So it should not sound like a robotic way. Make it more human and full of energy. Number 10, add humor to the conversation to make the client feel more comfortable. Whenever you are engaging with your customer, it's very important that you make it a lively conversation rather than a very you can say a very strict conversation, or maybe a very intense conversation. It's very important sometimes in a conversation that you make it more likable to the customer by adding a bit of humor to the conversation, right? So everybody wants to have a lightened conversation, and maybe you never know that your a single line can make the other person's day. He might feel motivated and charged up, and might build a good rapport as well. So it's always important to add a bit of humor and develop a sense of humor as well as a salesperson. So I hope these habits will be helpful for you to develop good conversational skills with your customer, and you can develop these habits as a salesperson. So keep liking my channel. Do like, share, and follow Sensational Sales with Sandeep. Keep liking.